You currently locked into the coldest podcast in the land. It's your boy, B. Jones, a.k.a. Bolo, and you know when I'm pulling up to the porch. I can't pull up without my dog.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Big Smitty, a.k.a. D Nice, and you heard what Bolo just said. This is the porch. Welcome. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
You know what? Blessed, highly favored, 10 toes down. Can't get on here without thanking the man above, but I'm good, brother. How you doing?
Come on, man. Amen to that. I see you came through fitted with the Ball State shirt on. Is that the new shirt? I don't remember getting one of those when I was playing.
Look. I had to get at least a shirt. Sometimes they stingy with the gear, but I had to get a shirt. And I'm gonna make this one count. No matter the pounds, we're gonna squeeze into it regardless. Because we're probably ain't gonna get no more. So I'm gonna make it work.
I love it, man. I haven't been back to Ball State in so long, man. But shout out to Muncie. I need to make a trip back to the promised lands, I like to call it, and give me some. Hey, I deserve some merch now. I made enough plays back in my day. I need at least a shirt or some shorts or something like that, man. So,
Absolutely.
Yes, sir, man. But man, I'm so excited for today's episode, as I know you are. We got a special guest today. Now we always say special guest, but there's levels to the special.
A little bit more spice on this, literally, like spice, seasoning. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A little extra black pepper onto this one. So we ain't gonna keep y'all waiting for all of our listeners, audio listeners. Today's guest is the definition of a hustler. In the dictionary, there should be a picture of this person next to the word boss. She's a recording artist, a model, a dancer, an actress, an author. She has a cookbook and a lookbook and so much more. And it's the one and only Jilly. Welcome to the porch.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for that intro. I like that intro.
Come on now. Come on. We got to show love anytime we have a guest on, especially someone of your caliber. So how are you doing?
I am amazing. I can't complain. Been busy, been extremely busy. I don't know what sleep is, but hey, it's all good. God is good.
God is good.
God
Absolutely.
is good. Busy is good as well. I mean, the money
busy
coming
is
in.
Great. Come on now, okay? What? Don't stop.
Yeah,
that's it. I love
it. We appreciate you finding some time in your busy schedule for the porch. Definitely means a lot, and
Absolutely.
We're excited to learn all things about Jilly. But before we dive into that, we gotta go to our first segment, which is our porch news, where we, bring some of the most random topics that we see throughout the week and bring it to the show. So, Bolo, let us know, what do we have today on the porch news?
So, Porch family, get into this. In Porch news, Complex made a post a few days ago asking people what their favorite fast food burger was. So, some of the options they listed were McDonald's, Big Mac, In-N-Out cheeseburgers, Five Guys, Steak and Shake, Burger King, Wendy's, you name it, right? So, we got to ask, obviously, Jilly on the porch, but we'll start with Darnell. What is your favorite fast food burger?
Now, for me, this is an easy one. Y'all know I love food, man. Like, outside of sports and obviously family, of course, family and friends, of course. Outside of sports, though, food is like that next big thing for me. Five Guys, to me, hands down. You gonna say Five Guys, Jilly?
Dang.
High five.
Okay.
Yes,
Five Guys is fire.
So you don't have to ask me. I was gonna say Five Guys.
Damn. And is there a close second? Like, is it a close?
Like, you know how Five Guys wraps it in that foil, and then when you open it, it's just all just like, oh. And the fries too, I get the Cajun fries, and I ask for extra Cajun seasoning.
Are we best friends? What the hell is going on?
That's wild.
I'm telling you.
But one thing I really appreciate though about Five Guys, like any other spot, they kind of stingy with the fries. Five Guys do not be stingy with the fries.
Five Guys, sometimes you be like, you don't have to do that extra. I'm telling you, please don't do that extra.
They just go ahead. Let me go ahead and throw another little. Hey, y'all, do not get a large fry at Five Guys, because
I'm telling you, whoever owns Five Guys, I'm pretty sure like someone in the family has to have a potato company, because it doesn't make sense. You feel me?
Yeah, it has to be. The entire brown bag, like the cup is overfull. The whole entire bag is filled up. And but I love it every time, man. Anytime you go to a burger spot and you got that grease bag on the bag, you know it's about to hit.
You know it's about to hit.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna shake it up just a little bit. Now, one of my favorite burgers, Jilly, I don't know if you're familiar. Are you familiar with Portillo's?
No, what's that?
Oh man, we got to put you on. So I think it might just be like a Midwest thing. So we got a couple in Chicago. They just built one in Indianapolis, but it's just like an American food. Like, you got hot dogs, you got Polish sausages, you got burgers, shakes, like everything. So you might have to look it up. And whenever you come like in the Midwest anywhere, just make sure you stop and get some Portillo's. But you can get the cheeseburger.
I'm going on tour starting this Saturday, and I'll be on tour for about a month and a half. So I'm pretty
Ooh.
sure
Lock it in.
where like give me an exact city, like state.
So Chicago, Indianapolis,
I go to
Indiana.
Chicago on the March 30th, Indianapolis March 26th.
Lock it
Okay,
in.
so
You might be
let
able
me
to hit
write it
in both
down.
both cities.
I'm gonna write it
Portillo's.
down right now. Look, we having a real
Let's
conversation
get
over
it.
here.
Yeah.
It's the Porch.
Yeah.
That's what
What's
we
the name?
do.
It's called
Spell it.
Portillo's. Porti. I feel like I'm on a spelling bee right now.
LL.
Lios.
Okay.
Is
Okay.
it iOS or just OS?
It might be. I feel like it's iOS.
Hey, you know, bro.
It
You
might
know
be
more than
OS
me.
though.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you something. I'm vlogging my whole tour, and so when I go to the Midwest and get this, that's a special shout out to y'all. I'm
Let's
gonna
get
vlog
it.
it. I'm gonna be like, when I
Let's
was
get
talking
it.
to my guys on the porch, they told me about this. So let's do a food a mukbang.
We gotta do
Let's
it.
get it. And you damn near can get anything on there. Like I don't know what your favorite food is, but you got the burgers, the
Yeah, I'm gonna get a
Chicago
burger.
hot dogs are fire. They got what's it called? You can dip it in gravy, but I don't know if that's your speed or not.
Was
But
it
a
like
lot
I'm
of
gonna get
people.
the burger. I'm gonna get the burger.
You want the burger? Keep it
Okay,
simple.
okay, get the burger,
Yeah.
and get the caramelized onions on there. The caramelized.
See, I like raw onions.
Ooh, okay. I ain't mad at you. Hey,
I
it's gonna
like
be fire. It's
raw
gonna be fire
onions. Yeah.
regardless. It is
Okay,
gonna
I'm
be
gonna try
fire.
it.
Hey, look
But
at us! Look at us deep diving on food. This whole conversation about to change the food now.
I know, right?
No, but shout out to Portillo's though. Like
yeah, for sure.
Once you get it, you're gonna be like, damn, I'm gonna have to definitely make another pit stop and grab me some more. It's a fact.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now you definitely put me on game being from Chicago. You know, it's a legendary in Chicago, but Indianapolis
Facts.
it finally hit the city some years later. So shout out to Portillo's, brother.
Yep. So go ahead and let us know in the comments what your favorite burger is, what your favorite spot is. You may just put us on just like we put Jilly on. So that's how we doing it. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. What we got next on Porch News?
Okay. So obviously, Porch family, we just passed up Valentine's Day. So it's only right that we speak on Valentine's Day. So Valentine's Day just ended. And every year it feels like there's pressure on the men in relationships to go all out for their significant other. But it's not the same pressure for women. So in your opinion, Jilly, what should be required for women on Valentine's Day?
I mean, I'm the gift every day, so.
Ooh, okay.
Let them know, Jilly.
Pop it. Yeah.
So I mean, I'm gonna need you to come with it. It's your time to shine, baby. I gotta do it vice versa on Christmas, holidays. So no, Valentine's Day, I'm here. I'm here for being for the women. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm cute. Like I give my man some chocolates, and like I'm not just like
like nothing.
Right.
But I mean, like. I feel like Valentine's Day is the woman, being like spoiled, pampered,
Right.
I don't think my men should be left out. I do not agree with that. I don't think my men should be left out. But I don't think a man should expect a woman to go all out as he does. I think it's supposed to be a man to make his woman, get them little butterflies like, baby, I appreciate you, baby, I love you. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
I respect that. And
Yeah.
listen, myself and Bolo, we're both married men. So, you know what I mean? Like, just, every year, like you said, just trying to figure out, like, there's so many holidays for the women, though, right? Let's say I got my anniversary.
There we go.
We got Christmas. We got Valentine's
Day. No, I feel like anniversary is mutual.
It is,
but I feel like there's always additional pressure on like the gift, the value of the gift being heavy on the man side, though.
Well,
that's
I
just
would
our
personally
opinion.
say that's with everything then.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So
that's what we're trying to say, Jill. That's what we're trying to say.
Okay.
At the end of the day. But let me ask you this. Have you ever heard of Sweetest Day?
Sweetest Day.
Oh, damn, Jilly, we got to put you on game. So look.
What's that?
So in the Midwest, Sweetest Day is pretty much specifically for men, where it's like the men's Valentine's Day. Like you can look it up, but it's Sweetest Day. So like we celebrate Sweetest Day, and it's more so for the women to put in effort to get stuff for the man. And the women don't even like go ham or go all out. See, you don't really know about it because it's supposed to be a man's holiday, and don't nobody really know about it, especially in other parts of the country. But Sweetest Day is supposed to be for men. So everybody,
what's the date? I don't even know the date for that. I really don't.
It's like, it's like October. It's like the second week in October. It's like the second week in October.
But the fact that we have to even look it up and think about it, that lets you know that it just ain't that,
October 17th.
October 17th, Sweetest Day.
Come on. Yeah. So don't cut no corners. Look, October 17th, Sweetest Day is coming around. Come on, show some love. Show some love.
But see, I also too like I believe in like random acts of just, that's spazz in your relationship, especially I'm not sure how long y'all have been married, but I'm pretty sure y'all have been with your significant other for a while, yeah? Like for over a few years.
Yeah, so I'm five.
Okay,
I'm 5 years in June. So.
And then how about you?
I'm high school sweetheart, but we been
I love this.
Come on
okay,
now.
and see,
old school with it, Jilly.
Old school with it. I'm not mad at it. And see, like, I mean, for me, I'm almost 4 years, so it's like, I believe in just always like re-sparking that flame, just little moments, like something just to catch him off your toes. Vice versa. I believe in giving a man that little butterfly every now and then too. I mean, I give it to him every single day, but just that little extra act of just that randomness, something that I feel like when you don't expect something sometimes, because in a relationship, especially once you've been together so long, things are the norm. Like, I know what time you're gonna get home. I know, like, it's a schedule when you're in a relationship.
Right.
Whereas, if you do a little extra something like, baby, I booked us like, a little whole like spa day. Baby, I booked this like a dinner. Maybe I booked this like just something that just throws them completely off. I believe in that for sure.
Yeah, facts.
I love though. I love that. I mean, me and my girl, so I'm in LA now. I'm from Indianapolis, but I'm in LA now. Been out here for about 5 years now. So even though I've been out here for a minute, I live here, it's still kind of somewhat new. You know what I'm saying? So in LA, so damn big that me and my wife, we often have to do like staycations. So like it'd be a random. Yeah. She's a nurse.
Exactly.
So she works the tough, night shift, whatever. So if I know she got a couple of days off, she might come home on a random Friday, like you said, like, hey, pack your bag, we out. You know what I'm saying? Like little stuff like that. So I respect that for sure.
Yeah.
And like we gotta nip this in the bud for folks who maybe don't have a Valentine's Day or be like, Valentine's Day should be every day. But I feel like Valentine's Day is a day that you really just take the time out to show a little bit of extra love on that day. You know what I'm saying? Like you always got them people who make posts about like Valentine's Day is every day. You shouldn't have to do this and stuff like that. I'm like, man, don't be that person. Like just go ahead and show love on Valentine's Day, even though it's one day out of the year. It's okay to just show a little extra love.
It don't hurt nothing. Yeah.
Well, because I mean, for me like personally, Valentine's Day is for lovers. And when you say that, if your person literally only shows you love on Valentine's Day, well, you shouldn't be with them anyway,
Right. Facts,
so it's like, since it is a holiday for lovers and, every day is Valentine's Day, well, it's a significant day that shows it's like, but this day is a little bit extra special to celebrate our love,
Facts.
Yep.
That's how I feel about it.
That's real. Hey, Jilly dropping game early on the episode.
Right?
Come on now. I hope y'all taking your notes. You got your pen, your pad. He's dropping some real game, y'all. I love it.
Come on now.
Yes, man. Well, Bolo, thank you so much for the Porch news, man. Sir. I think it's time to just dive into our special guest and learn more about you, Jilly. So, of course, we did our research. We read the bio. We know about all the things that you are doing and have done in your career. But the one simple question that I want to start off with is, who is Jilly?
I love that. Jilly is a jack of all trades. Jilly is non-one dimensional. I have so many coats and I wear them all equally. I wear them all proudly. And I'm so proud that I don't have one label to me. I'm proud that I'm multi-talented and I embrace it. I'm definitely taking the stigma off of sticking to one lane. I am a artist. I am a recording artist. I'm an actress. I am a chef. I am an author. I am a dancer. I am a musician. I mean, the list forever goes on. An entrepreneur. I have my own company. I'm a dog mom. The list goes on forever. And I don't slack off in any area. I don't slack off in any of them. They're all, to me, just as equal. And, when people say, what do you love most? It's like, I mean, I'm a brand. I love it all. It all contributes to Jilly. Every single factor, every single facet of my life is Jilly.
Love that. And I think that's like you said, it's unique. Like you don't see too many people, in certain lanes and being consistent in all of those lanes. And sometimes you see somebody like, hey, maybe I'll give this lane a break and then jump into this lane and then give this lane and then continue to move on. So I guess what got you to the point where you like, I can be consistent in all of these lanes and still drive and be successful? Like what got you to that point?
To be honest with you, I think it's just my ambitious mentality. I mean, I can't sit still. I can't. I'm always on the go. I'm a hustler. That's what my parents taught me, my mom and dad, all my life. So it's like second nature. I don't know if y'all have a dog. It's him snoring,
Yeah, I
by
got
the
a
way.
dog.
No, you
I'm
good.
like, let
You
me
good.
put him down because all y'all hear, I'm like, oh my gosh, he's snoring in my ear. Like, say I'm sorry, okay?
It's all
Get
good.
down.
All good.
Pull up to the
Sheesh,
porch too.
okay. But no, I just think the biggest thing is just like I'm not meant to do one thing. I feel like, I'm so good at so many things, and that's my God-given talent is so many things. Then why should I, suffice or hide or downplay any of them? I feel like God was able to make me to shine bright in so many areas. So I'm gonna shine bright. I'm gonna shine bright, and I'm gonna keep on doing it. And to be honest, just to answer your question, it really comes second nature. I can't sit still. I'm always like, what's next? And for me, it's like whenever I do something, and it's probably not good because I don't really take time to really like get excited and celebrate it because I'm always like, okay, here's this, now what, And as soon as I do something, I'm like, okay, but what's next? How am I going to follow it up? How am I going to up it? How am I going to, do better? Because the only person I ever want to do better than is me. So I'm always in competition with myself, never anyone else. So I'm like, okay, cool. I just put this book out, but now what? What's next? What's after that?
Right.
So I think just for me, it's just the constant hunger to never be satisfied.
Love
Man,
that.
that's so real, and I can relate to that, as well. Just being in the entertainment business, obviously more from a hosting standpoint. It's like even for me, like if I get a big time interview and everyone's hyped about it, it's like, oh, that was dope. And it's like, but like you said, it's like, what's next though? It's like you always want to level up and get better. I think that's great, right? Because it keeps you ambitious, it keeps you hungry. The one negative that I can see from that, at least from personally, is that it's almost like you're never satisfied. That's the one thing that scares me. I always wonder that, like, okay, if I become this big time host, I got $1 billion in my account. Like at what point will I be satisfied? You know what I'm saying? Or will I always be in this position of looking for more?
Well, see, for me, and I think that's a really good point. I always looked at it like I'm just not happy with being complacent. I think the fire in me is for a reason. And I feel like it's because God knows what he made me for. And, there's people around you who say, like, for instance, how you said you did an interview, a big interview with someone. They're like, oh shit, you made it. But to you, you're like, no, I see
Still
myself
working.
going even further. I'm still working. So that's how it is for me. So many people around me like, damn, you made it. Like, why are you still blah, blah, blah? I'm like, man, you have no idea then my dreams. Because when I tell you my dreams are I'm nowhere near where I want to be, man. I'm nowhere near. And I think if I had the complacency of just being like, you know what, when I get somewhere, I'm gonna stop, I'm good, then I wouldn't be going where I'm headed. And I think, for people who do have that hunger, I think you're pretty much really destined for greatness because you're not complacent. I got a long way to go, and I'm ready to work at it. I work at it every single day. And so where I want to go, it's not made for everybody because, again, that comes with the complacency. I'm never going to be complacent. I want to be the best to ever do it. I do. And that just comes with working hard.
That's love. That's beautiful. And it's so funny because I was thinking about this today, especially in our society. Like, I think there's a big thing behind like being patient. You know how people always kind of like say, like, be patient, like your time is going to come. When you continue to think about that, it kind of has a negative effect to it because it allows you to procrastinate and allows you to wait instead of just continue to go and get after it and go get it. So I think it is a thing that like kind of sit back and wait and be patient on things. But at the same time, you still got to continue to move and get after it.
I was going to say, it depends on how it depends on how your type of being patient. Because so some people are like, okay, whenever it's in my timing, and then they sit there and do nothing. Well, you can't expect anything to happen if you're not working towards it. Being patient and understanding your time is just not getting frustrated with the process. Facts. And that's how I look at it. I feel like I've been working hard and for literally all my life, of course, but I moved to LA in 2014. And I've been working hard ever since. Do I feel like I'm where I should be? No, but I understand that my time hasn't all the way really come yet. So what do? I keep working at it every single day. I'm still working. I'm hustling every single day. And I know that when my time comes, I'm ready for it.
Love that. Love that.
That's real, man.
Love that.
Love it. Yeah, I love that mindset. And I'm glad you brought up, you moved to LA 2014. So you're originally from Houston. Talk about just how, I guess, Houston has influenced you as a person and just who you are today.
H-Town.
Yes, H-Town, baby. Born and raised Houston, Texas all day. You know, I mean, it's in me. It's my blood, you know. I grew up there, grew up in Pearland, born and raised, and I mean, my whole family is there. My dad and my mom's side of the family are all from Louisiana, so you know, we're Creole. My dad's other side is from the Netherlands, so Creole and Dutch. But I mean, Houston is just it's home. It's always where I have been, and I knew for me, you know, my dreams, even though I'm from Houston, it's always in me. It's in my blood. It's in my swag. It's in everything I do. My food, my cooking, everything, my image. I think the biggest thing was for me was my mind was always bigger than Houston though. And so for me to be able to, you know, just get to where I wanted to be, I knew that it required stepping outside of my city, stepping outside of my state, Texas, and, you know, chasing those bigger dreams. So, two parents who both went to college, both graduated from college. I'm talking about my mom and dad, who, by the way, have been together since Jesus was a baby. So, they both, like, you know, yeah, both growing up and both of them going to college. I, being their firstborn, was like, you know, I see a whole different life for myself. And I'm so grateful that they completely, and when I say completely, I mean completely supported it. They said, you know, after you graduate, go get it, go do it. And my dad, I'll never forget. My dad told me, he said, school will always be there. Your youth won't. So go ahead, go at it.
That's real.
That's real. That's real.
And I ain't looked back since, okay?
Hey, that's real.
Like, I'm proud of you, baby girl. Keep going.
Yeah. we right. We hear if you need us, but hey, keep going, baby girl.
Keep going. Don't stop.
When I tell you it's been since 2015, so a year, when the first year I moved there, they helped me. And after 2015, I'll never forget, I was independent after that first year and haven't looked back since. Like I said, I help them now.
Crazy. That's what I'm talking about.
Crazy.
That's the goal right there, bro.
That's the goal. God is good.
Absolutely. So quick question on Houston. So I've been to Houston one time. Turkey Leg Hut. Fire. I had it one time. Should I go back? It wasn't that great, but I just want to pick your brain from a Houston native, like what your thoughts on Turkey Hut is.
When I go to Houston, I don't go to Turkey Leg Hut. That's not the first thing I go to. Yeah, it's never been. I think I've been to Turkey Leg Hut once.
Okay.
I think I've been once. Yeah. So, I mean, when I go home, I'm going to like, I grew up and born and raised at the original Carrabba's. Oh my goodness. That's like, yeah, and it's the original one right there on Kirby. You got to go to the original one on Kirby. The other ones, that's not, yeah, you got to go to the original on Kirby.
Okay.
I grew up there. My parents got engaged there before I was even born. So that's like home to me. There's other spots like in Pearland, but yeah, I've gone to Turkey Leg Hut once, and it wasn't even like my doing. I went with people, so
see, but that puts a lot of things in perspective for me, though.
Yeah, I feel like you know what? I just feel like it's one of those things that became a staple, but to what is
Outsiders,
it called?
Tourists.
But what's the tourists? Yes,
yeah,
tourists. You know, yeah,
absolutely.
Okay,
sense.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up, Bolo.
They did well with their marketing to make that a staple.
They did.
But I don't
feel
like, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Now it's funny you brought that up, Bolo, because like not to completely change the conversation, but we had a guest who was an Asia Marie a few episodes ago. So she's from the DMV area, and she was talking about how like they basically DC they run the whole brunch
scene.
And when it comes to brunch, DC does it big. Bolo actually jumped in, and correct if I'm wrong. You said Texas.
I said, hey, I went to Houston and I had a whole 2 days where I was
Houston,
brunching and it was kicking it. It was a great
nonstop.
time. Nonstop.
Yeah, you can go from brunch to brunch to brunch in Houston for sure.
And to me, I was giving y'all the crown. I was look, ain't nobody really messing with Houston on the brunch side, but she was like, no, like DC. You ain't been to the DMV and how we brunch is a little different. So what's your thought on brunch and like what's like some of the craziest spots to hit up like in brunch, like in Houston or any other state you've been to?
It's definitely Houston. I love brunching in Houston. There's so many. I mean, I can go on. There's a boozy. There's I mean, geez, of course, right on the spot. I have to think of so many things,
places.
there's so many places, especially right there all on Westheimer and there's Galleria area. There's and Houston's just getting bigger by the day, by the second. As we speak, something's being built. Okay.
Facts.
So I mean, it's the brunch spot though. It's mean.
I gotta pull up. I know this sounds crazy. I haven't been to Houston yet, ever in my life. So it's on my list. I've heard nothing but great things. So I definitely got to pull up, and I got to go to brunch now. So
yes,
appreciate that. But of course, man, back to you again. You mentioned it. Moved to LA, had all the support from your parents. But I had to imagine that first year, Jilly, there had to be some nerves, right? Like moving out here by yourself. You know, you got a dream, you got a goal. But listen, we all had dreams and goals, and a lot of people come to LA and they don't make it. Everybody don't make it in LA. It's tough to make it out here. The cost of living is crazy. So like, you really got to be on your stuff. Just tell us how did that first year go to you, and did you ever deal with any mental, like, I guess, struggles of like doubt at any point?
I think one of the things that my mom told me even before moving to LA, and honestly that she still tells me to this day, 8.5 years later, is if every single day you're doing something towards your craft, whether it's, rehearsal, whether it's an email, whether it's a Zoom, an interview, a studio session, just whether you're doing something, working towards your craft every single day, then it's going to be inevitable. The one thing you can't control is time, which leads us back to what we were saying earlier. You can't control, when the timing of things are going to fall into place, and, the stars are going to align for you and the cards are going to be dealt all in your hand. But if you're working towards your dream every single day, and I mean every single day, you're doing just something, whether some days it may be a lot smaller than others, and some it's super big, where now we're on tour and we're doing shit every single day, Right. It doesn't matter. It's the simple fact that each day something had something in common, which was you were working towards it. And as long as you do that every single day, it's really going to be inevitable. And that was the one mindset that literally hasn't changed from the moment when I moved to LA and my parents were paying my rent to now I'm paying my parents and helping them and, X, Y, and Z. And I feel like that's why I'm still not content to where I'm at, because again, I do something every single day towards my craft, and I can't control the timing of things, but you can't tell me I'm not where I'm supposed to be because I worked for it. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if some days the work is going to be seen on a higher platform than others, and some days it's incognito, it's behind closed doors, but I've been working at it, So I think that's the biggest thing, is just never just not doing anything. You can't just be not doing anything and expect things to just continue to elevate. You can't. So, I mean, to answer your question, when I was my first year in LA, I knew it would be inevitable if I just kept working at it. So I don't really think I knew failing wasn't an option. So I had to get it. There was no
figure it out. I ain't got no choice.
I had to figure it out. I ain't got no choice. I'm here. Yeah. I can't go back. You feel me? I mean, of course, always can't. I don't want to go back.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
You gotta have that mindset,
so just like, exactly. Yeah. And so that's what it was. And that's why, for me, to be honest with you, I can't even sit here and tell you there was ever a moment where I was just like, because I didn't allow myself. If one door closed and another door closed and another door closed, eventually I'm gonna get to that motherfucking one that says yes. Oops, sorry. I don't know if you.
No, it's the Porch, please.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know. Let
it ride.
Bring you a drink. Do whatever. Yeah.
I'm just saying. Of course, you're gonna get to that door where because at the end of the day, no one can believe in you more than you. And if you believe in you the most, then you a mean motherfucker. It's gonna be scary. And when I tell you now, like, nobody believes in Jilly more than Jilly. And that's the meanest weapon that I have. So, I mean, that's it. That's the mentality. It only gets sharper.
Hey, real, brother, I'm over here like getting like I feel like I'm playing football again. Like I'm getting
motivated. I feel like I just need to be doing something else to continue to get better at whatever I'm doing, just based off what she's saying. Like,
nah, but it's real. Like, I can hear it in your voice, Jilly. Like, some people talk the talk, but I can I can feel the energy when you say it.
No, when I tell you, like. Yeah, my story is crazy. I'm to myself, I'm very, about my business, and, there's a deeper side of it. And one day when it is all the right timing, once I'm, really solidified and happy where I'm at, then it'll be, the right time and right place to say it. But it ain't been easy. It has not been easy. And I think, the biggest thing for me is I don't do the tears and shit. I'm thug. You feel me?
Yeah.
I go get it. I'm a hustler. Just because somebody said no, like, I ain't about to shed no tear over. I'm about to go get it. You feel me? So it's like, It ain't been easy. It may look like it because I don't, share the hard parts, but it's like, for what? Like, I don't think that's, everyone's different. And, the way people express themselves is beautiful. I'm not here to like knock it at all. There's more people who share that like sad side and cry on the internet and shit, but no, not me. Like, you ain't never gonna see that. I'm working every single day. Ain't everything always in my favor, but that just motivates me to go harder. So I mean, I'm thug. One day I'm gonna sit down and maybe take off the thug coat, but right now we got more ways to go.
We in
okay?
full go mode right now.
I'm ready to go right now, bro.
Go mode. We got
okay?
it. Yeah.
Beast mode right now. That thug coat ain't coming. I'm talking about another 10 years, so y'all ain't never gonna see that for a long
time.
Hey, well, in 10 years, me and Bolo, we gonna be at a certain level too. So we might be the ones that gotta deliver that story for you. That's all I'm gonna say.
You feel me?
Come on
Put
now.
it out there. It's already out there.
Manifest that shit. Come on.
Y'all don't make mistakes, Jilly. So that's all I'm saying.
That's it. Yeah. And that's real. And I think that's just real shit for like our generation too. Because like two things that you said to me that stuck out was like sometimes people just like cry on social media just to get attention. And then sometimes when people are grinding and working for something, just because they're not getting the necessary attention, they feel like they're failing. You know what I'm saying? Right. So just being able to just grind, work through stuff, even if you're not getting that, verbal, accolade from somebody or like you're doing a great job, like, what you're doing, like keep going. You know what I'm saying? And even if you hit a rough patch, like the world ain't got to know that you hit a rough patch. Like,
feel me?
Keep your head down and keep busting through that shit because don't nobody really care. Like people just only care just so they can just talk about you or get on your head or throw you in the chat or something or talk down on you or like nobody really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So you putting that out there to the world, people just only gonna do anything but take that, laugh at it, and then you're not helping yourself. So that's real. Like nobody care about you crying or how you feel. Like keep going.
I was just gonna say that,
and
bro.
People prey on your downfall. So it's like I'm not gonna give you that satisfaction. You're gonna be like, damn, this motherfucker don't stop. Damn, she doing this. Damn, she just put a book out. Damn, can she sit her ass down? Nope.
Nope. Now what?
Nope. Now what?
I love it.
And I ain't.
I ain't never gonna stop, man. So, man, I love it, man. You got me over here. I'm ready to run through a brick wall right now. But let's switch gears a little bit. Let's talk about your music, right? I mean, your music, your passion and love for music is kind of what brought you out to LA. I guess talk about what all goes into your music and kind of what gives you that inspiration to create.
Well, I mean, really just everyday life and just really more so the phase I'm in life, just where I'm at in life. Different people have different advice in life, and I think it's up to you knowing yourself what you should take and who you should take it from. And what I mean by that is in my career I've had a lot of different people and outlooks on things, and so some opinions saying, you need to put like way more music out. Like you should be dropping a project every month. And I always knew for me, I'm not the type of person who wants to oversaturate myself. I need people craving it. I'm not going to put out a project. And if I feel like it hasn't hit to where it's supposed to hit, just keep putting out more and more. And it's like, no, that's not, I feel like quality is better than quantity. And, when you just have just oversaturated yourself, it doesn't really give that same like that craving. And so for me, I ever since I moved out to LA, when I first moved to LA though, I did put out a project that you can no longer find. So now I can talk about it. So don't go try to look it up. But
I think I know the name of that project too, but I keep it.
Say it. No, go ahead. What's it?
Is it and tell me if I'm wrong, is it The Juice? Come on, I do my homework, Jilly. Porch, we're not messing around. The Juice. Come on, y'all.
Oh shit.
Yes, it's called The Juice. The Juice EP. Oh my goodness. Now that is funny. So yes, The Juice. When I first moved to LA in 2014, I put out that EP. And after that, once I felt like I really like grew into the sound that I was wanting, I just wanted to take that away from my own, because I just didn't want that to be a staple again in my artistry. I understand like the growth, but I wanted to show my growth differently. So in 2016, after I really started like mastering my sound and perfecting it in my eyes, that's when I started dropping singles. So I dropped singles from 2016 all the way until 2022. And in 2022 was my first project other than the Juice that I put out. It was a 4-song. It is, because it's still out. So it is a 4-song EP. And that was my first time really putting out a body of work. Like I said, I had only dropped singles. So, you know, you hear just this 3-minute body of work at a time. It was never 12 minutes, you know, 13 minutes of just like, oh, press play and then the next and then next and then next. It was always just play and then it's over and then go on about your day. So for me, this was very special because it was like, now you get to hear, you know, something that in all of these years you hadn't. So now I'm intriguing you more because I wasn't just dropping so many projects, you know?
Right.
And I think for me, now I'm going on tour. When I did a tour in LA, I actually was on tour with Roddy Ricch. It was a whole LA high school tour. And I was performing my songs then. That tour was really short because, you know, in high school, it's only their lunch break. So, you know, you have like 10 minutes for the both of you to go. So it was super short. But in LA in October, I performed at the Novo, which is a huge venue. It's like the House of Blues at the LA. And I had a 30-minute set there. You could actually find the entire live performance on YouTube. It's not even cut or nothing. Like you can see the whole thing. And that was a time where I was so happy because I got to really perform my work live from all these years ago. Like I said, I used to drop all these singles, but I wasn't performing them. So now I'm giving that music life. And that's what's so excited. You know, that's why I'm so excited because I'm like, it's crazy that I made these songs in some 2016, some 2017, some 2018, and I can still feel them to this day. Like, I'm really proud of those because the fact that now even going on tour, people are going to get to see this music and finally hear it and finally feel it. I'm like, this is why I love Not Oversaturating, because when that extreme hit comes and that album that just is undeniable, you're going to really be along for that journey. You know what I mean? And that's what what I want. I want people to see me. You know, I'm not here for one song and then, you know, do all of this and I'm out. Like, no, it's longevity to this. Like, I'm trying to be the best at this shit. I'm going to be the best. You feel me?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I love that. And make sure y'all go to YouTube and check out, because I already checked it out. I wasn't able to make the in-person performance, but at the Novo, I mean, you shut the shit down. You know what I'm saying? And
no, I appreciate
a
that.
large part of you as an artist, in my opinion, is your performance. Like, obviously you can sing good, we know that, but you're a dancer. You grew up, you were competitive cheerleading, right? If I'm not mistaken. So like,
both.
So she danced, cheerleading. So I think it's a different level when you can not only hear the music, but then see you bring it to life in the performance is what elevates. So make sure y'all check that out for sure. Definitely.
So Jilly, for the Porch listeners, especially the ones who are like new listeners of your music, how would you describe your sound?
I would definitely give it just that R&B pop feel. You know, I'm not trying to be a rapper. You know, I'm going to leave Nikki at the queen of that. I'm not trying to be a Whitney Houston. I'm going to leave Whitney Houston the queen of, you know, the vocals. But, you know, it's a mix of it. It's melodic, it's vibey, it's fresh, it's fly as fuck. You know, it's Jilly. It's everything I am.
That's cool.
I love it. You know, that's fire, man. And obviously being from Houston, you got a lot of inspiration, man. I mean, Houston got so many amazing artists, whether it's in hip hop, R&B, with the underground scene.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can only imagine how much even just being in that mix has, you know, inspired
Facts.
you as well.
We have, I mean, the legends of legends. I mean, let's start with number one, Queen Bee, you know, of all time. So I mean, and then we have, you know, Slim Thug, we have Bun B, we have, I mean, I can go on, Lil Kiki, you know, legends. Just the inspiration is just endless from being from Houston.
Do you feel obviously you moved out to LA, but do you ever feel like pressure to be like, you know, one of the people in that conversation, or like having to like put on for the city?
No, because when I tell you, I know, again, it goes back to it's in God's timing. Like I feel it in my body. It's just about everybody else waking up and when they will, because you know, it's only in due time. It's inevitable. I put in the work. I know, you know, what I do. I know the type of work I put in, and you know, I'm not the type of person who I work in silence, and I think that's my deadliest weapon. Is because so many people are like, "Oh, stay tuned for what's coming." Nah,
Right.
you don't have to stay tuned. You see that shit, be like, "God damn, I thought she was content with just putting out a book a few months ago." Nah, baby, you're never gonna know what to expect. I turn around, put out a new book, now going on tour for my music. I'm telling you, it don't stop. Like, you can't put a label on me, and I mean, the work ethic speaks for itself. It's just about time that and I don't even really want to say, because of course, like, I'm the most humble person ever, but it's my work ethic. Nobody can beat it. Nobody matches it. I'm proud of that. It's not easy. It takes so many sacrifices. Sacrifices away from my family. Like, for this tour, I'll be gone for a month and a half. I have maybe it's like a day or two off days max in between certain dates. Right. But there's some show dates where it's like the 12th, the 13th, the 14th, the 15th, and the 16th. And then I can maybe go home the 17th, and then I gotta get back for the 18th because there's a show the 19th. So it's sacrificing that time away from my family, my loved ones. It's sacrifice, but again, if everybody could do it, then everyone would, and it'd be easy. It's the fact that it's hard, and everyone can't do it, and that's what keeps me motivated, is the fact that I know that I'm meant for it because I love it. I love it so much. I don't want to stop. I don't. So I mean, of course, in due time, I already have the legends reaching out to me. They always say, I see you, and they respect me. So it starts there.
I love it. I love it. So I was thinking, when you were talking about, obviously, all the multiple lanes you're in, right? You put out a book, go on tour, and then like you got something else popping. Like, when does Jilly make time for Jilly though? Because I'm a big fan of like balance, right? And like being able to just maybe have like a decompress moment, right? To think, like, when does that happen for you?
And that's one thing that I need to get better at, because that's how you were saying earlier about the feeling guilty of, not being like, of overworking pretty much. Right. For me, my feeling guilty is when I'm too relaxed, because I'm like, oh God, I could be doing something, like, and that's not good either. Cause you are supposed to just chill and relax. But like, for me, sometimes when I am too relaxed, it doesn't feel good for me. It doesn't. Like, I love working. That's why I also think too, it plays a part with, like, you got to be with somebody who understands and who supports you. I think somebody who supports you and sees the potential in you is a mean combo, because it then makes you want to work that much harder when they see what and who you could become. Yeah. And when you have that in your corner, I think the understanding, like, you'll have your me time, but understanding we can have that shit in, like, 5-10 years once we, like, let's get it. Let's grind right
at that level. Yeah, I feel you.
Feel me? And I think that's the deadliest combo. We trying to be, the biggest of all time. And when you got a partner who sees that, and you guys both have your careers that that you want to just continue to push even bigger, like, we're two people outside of each other, which is incredible. And so I think whenever someone pushes you, and you guys want to keep pushing each other to be the best at your career, it's scary, it's mean, and we're young as hell. So it's just like, what I see coming is, mark my words, it's gonna be a crazy sight.
Y'all better, Porch family, y'all better get ready, because Jilly over, she's not playing around. Like,
I'm
about to rip my shirt. I'm about to throw something. Like, my energy's crazy right now. I feel like breaking some shit right now. That's how I feel.
That's wild. Yeah. One more question, Darnell, because it's in my head.
Do your thing, yeah.
And I read this one guy. He's like this famous investor, and he was talking about his wife, right? And he was like, in relationships, like, your wife or your significant other has to understand that you cannot be completely happy or give that person 100% of yourself unless you are completely successful into what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people sacrifice stuff that they are doing in order to, be in a relationship, but sometimes it takes away from that individual and how they can give to that person, or what they can give to that person, because they haven't fully got into what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? So does that make sense? Like, I think it's like, it rings true.
You got to be happy within yourself before you're able to fully give yourself to someone else. You know what I mean? To the level that they need or want, basically.
Yeah. Like, you can't sacrifice like what you're trying to do and the goals that you're trying to do for something, for somebody else, because it's
well,
always
if you do, you won't be happy. You won't.
Exactly.
And I think that's the thing, because if I had somebody who was just like, just chill, like I gotta chill at home, I wouldn't be happy, because I know what God put me on this earth to do. Now, when I have somebody who is, just as big as me, talking about, I want you to be even bigger, and I want you to, do this shit, it's like, oh, really? Yeah. Okay, bet.
Okay. Sure? Okay.
Listen, turn me up. Like, yeah. Let's get it.
I might pass you up. Is that cool?
But to have somebody who's like, no, I want that.
Yeah, that's different.
What's better than, and I used to say, what's better than 1 millionaire too, but what's better than 1 billionaire?
Come on now.
Like, we didn't hit the M's. Like, what's next? Like, what's better than 1 billionaire too?
Damn.
That's the time I'm on.
You can't shortchange yourself.
Shit.
Yeah, ain't no point. Cause like, don't limit what God got blessed.
Speaking the truth.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah, she just
I love this energy right now on the porch. The energy on the porch right now is crazy, y'all.
I love it because look, I've been following Jilly like on IG probably for a minute now. But like,
I love it.
But like, I didn't know this was Jilly though. I ain't gonna lie, like I didn't know Jilly was a thug for real. So I'm like, damn, like I'm a bigger fan now. I'm like, okay, because Jilly, she got like a girly side to her, obviously, with some of the pictures and something. Okay, cool. But this is Jilly, like she ready for war. She ready for whatever.
Get into it.
Yeah.
And that's just like, now that you hear me, you can see me, like, and that's the biggest part of like I said, even with going on tour, like people are going to see just a side of me that they haven't seen. Really, you're going to get this every day. You're going to get the raw. You're going to get the uncut. You're going to see, the not so polished. You're going to see the hustle. What you really are going to get a glimpse into is the mentality, the work mentality that is every single day, but is not on camera. You just get the finished product. The finished product. Majority of the time, you get the finished, you get the announcement, you get I'm going on tour. You don't see the things that go on behind it. And so now, with me doing this, you're gonna see that unlayered and that unclothed, version, and just see the work, the hustle, what it really takes, the sacrifice, the me being away from my family, me, making sure that I do get, again, back to your question about how do I take that time for myself, me having that one day off and flying back home just to be with my person and my dogs, to get that sense of, normality, and then flying back at 3 a.m. just so I can be at that show at night. You know what I mean? So you're going to get to finally see it, because again, most people just see me on stage. They just see the cookbook out. They just see the videos. You don't see the behind the scenes. So on this, tour, you're going to finally get to see with my series of just like how life really is for me, and how fucking hectic and the no sleep I really do not get.
Yeah, man. And let's you brought it up a couple of times. Let's talk about this tour. I know it just got announced like officially. I think like yesterday. I think
yesterday.
So it's almost like some breaking news almost. You know what I mean? It feels good to have you on the porch. This is the Future Superstar Tour, if I'm not mistaken.
And real quick, I hate to interrupt you, but again, with timing, because if we would have done this a few days ago, it wasn't announced, so I wouldn't be talking about it with you.
God don't make mistakes. That's why I listen.
That's true.
I don't even trip over life no more, because like I'm like, okay, if this didn't happen, then that was in God's
wasn't meant
plan.
to be. Yeah.
So I don't even trip no more. So this is perfect. So tell us about this tour. I believe Nick Cannon is kind of like he's hosting it. He's kind of like the lead of it, so to speak. Explain this kind of how this came about.
I mean, it's incredible. Just first and foremost to have that stamp on it, because he'll be DJing the entire tour, and let's first off give him his props. Anything Nick Cannon touches turns to gold. You feel me? So just to have that recognition, and really that recognition, and somebody being like, no, like you're a fucking star, and let's go ahead and put my name behind it. It's just, something that I couldn't be more grateful for, I actually did Wild and Out a couple months ago. It will air in June. So, they film like 2 seasons ahead of time.
Right.
So I did Wild and Out at the end of 2022. And so my season will come. I am season 20, episode 1. So it airs this summer. But again, it goes to show you like just the play and tangent of things. Like when I filmed it, I'm like, damn, that's so long until it comes out. But now I'm doing tour. Who knows what's next? And then it comes out. It's just like everything fits at the perfect time,
Right.
But again, it's just I'm so honored. I'm humbled. I'm blessed, just for his recognition to be such a legend and, see the fire in my eyes and see, what everyone else hasn't seen yet about, being a fucking superstar, That's huge. Like the fact that, it's not called, a new artist tour. It's like, no, the next future superstar. We're not putting no little things on this, So I think that's such an honor for, somebody who is at the top of the game, who doesn't have to help somebody else. He doesn't have to be putting on new people and, sponsoring this tour. It's Live Nation and BET. And Vibe magazine. So it's so many big people behind it, including Nick. And it's just an honor for them to see it and want to be a reason why the rest of the world sees it too. So I'm honored. I'm humbled. I'm excited. Jilly about to be litty in every single city. Okay.
Hey, let's get it.
She's dropping bars right now. She said Jilly about to be litty in every single city. Y'all didn't even catch that. Come on, y'all. I love it, man. I'm about to check you out I gotta check the calendar and see when you gonna be out here in LA. So I'm gonna have to.
I come on Saturday. We start off. Saturday? The tour starts off in LA. Tickets.
Damn.
I gotta buy tickets like right now, then before it's too late.
Now, see, I thought
we were right here. Don't do that, Jilly.
You're supposed to say, I'm coming to the show on Saturday.
I'm coming to the show Saturday.
Pull up, D-Nell.
I'm there now.
I'm in Indy right now, so whenever you get to Indianapolis, it'll be easier for me to get to Indianapolis.
You're doing a show in Indianapolis.
You said what, March 25th?
Indianapolis, March 26th.
26th.
No excuse, just produce.
Indianapolis at the Milfett Theater at Old Nation Center.
Old Nation, okay. Old National. That's downtown, ain't it?
Old National
downtown.
Center. Yeah, Old National Center.
There we go.
March 26th.
Put in your calendar.
Down in my calendar, March 26th.
Pull up on the kid.
I gotta pull up on Jilly. We gotta meet up. I gotta shake your hand. I gotta give you a hug. I gotta meet Jilly in person. Yeah,
we gotta pull up March 26th. Okay.
No doubt. We'll make sure that happens. Absolutely.
Yeah. Now I'm about to really get some tickets for real. I'm not
no, you have to. I would love that. No, thank you. Honestly.
I love it. So obviously, we're super excited about the tour. Is it any other like acts that's on tour that you're super excited to just be traveling along with or just be on tour with?
So there's 10 acts in total.
Okay.
And I think, I'll just give everybody their props. I think it's a, incredible opportunity for everybody. Clearly we all did something right to get here and to be, recognized by so many great people a part of this tour. So I think, I'm going to say just everybody, it's everybody's time to shine and, just get, eyes that we wouldn't have had a chance to be on us, So I think it's dope. Just everyone for sure.
Love it.
Now, how much prep goes into like going on tour? You know what I'm saying? Like how much are you rehearsing before, or is a lot of this like, okay, I know I'm gonna do these 3 songs, these 4 songs, whatever.
So this one isn't. So as you saw my show at the Novo in LA, that was a 30-minute set. So that was like really huge. That was like that was a really big one. And that took like rehearsal for a whole week, and I'm talking about like 9 hours worth of rehearsal every single day for like 7 days.
Right.
This one is more of a showcase tour.
Okay.
And so I won't have any dancers. I won't have a DJ this time, and it'll just be me. It'll be me on set for 8 minutes. We all have an 8-minute set. And so this one is really to connect with everybody in every city, really get people to hear me and fuck with me, Jilly, to really, really get those solid core fans. No one's really doing it like they did back in the day where they went from city to city and like Motown, like Destiny's Child, like the Jackson 5, like they went from city to city and toured. No one's doing that no more, So that's why it's so incredible that Nick Cannon's bringing this opportunity, that Vibe magazine, BET, and Live Nation have all partnered together to bring this opportunity for artists like myself, because again, no one's doing that no more. We just count on the internet and that's it. And so I think finally for somebody to really put like, the old school, like, let's take it city to city. That's how it used to really be. And if you think about it still to this day, those are the biggest legends of all time. Yeah, so, to really put it back to how it all started and be able to touch 24 freaking cities within a month and a half is just, it's huge. I'm excited.
Huge.
That's huge.
A big deal.
It's a big deal. Yeah.
Porch family, if they come into your city, make sure you cop them
pull
tickets.
Up.
You gotta pull up. It's gonna be legendary. It's
pull up on me.
I love it.
Hey.
Yes. Now let's switch gears to another part of your life. And before we kind of go to our final segment, you brought up earlier that you are a chef. Again, I told you from the beginning, I love food. Bolo loves food. I've been following you for a long time, Jilly, and one of the many reasons why I follow you is because you throw down in that kitchen. She throws down for the poor family who ain't been following her. Jilly she know a thing or two in that kitchen. So
yeah, I do.
Where did that love for cooking come from? Like, was it your parents throwing down? Like, put us on game.
Like I told you, I'm Creole, so that Louisiana touch is different. It's mean. Yeah. I grew up in a family full of chefs. They can cook literally. I was so blessed to grow up in a house full of just amazing food all the time. And little did I know it was always in me. It was never on me. I didn't know I could cook really until I moved to LA and I was forced to cook because how would I know I could cook when I had a house full of cooks? I don't need a cook.
Right.
Y'all don't need me.
Fix my plate.
So, yeah, exactly. So, to fast forward, it really was when I moved to LA and started having to cook for myself because I didn't want to eat all the time. I was like, oh my goodness, I can cook. And then quarantine hit and, recipes just started being made because we didn't have nothing else to do. Yeah. And that's when I really found out I was a mean cook. I was like, oh, that's when my grandmother told me that I can cook better than her now, I was like, ooh. I was like,
Jilly. That's different.
I was like, no, you see my face? I was like, ooh. I was like, ooh. I was like,
Grandma? You don't hear that almost ever.
You don't hear that,
okay?
Hear that,
I was
Grandma.
like, ooh. No, my Yami was like, yeah, you cold with it. And so I just, it's so natural. It's so natural.
You be fixing banana pudding sometimes?
No, actually. Ooh. Banana bread.
Banana bread.
Know what's so funny? Because I bought, and this is why it's so funny with my schedule too. Yeah. Because whenever I make, my cooking videos, we're really eating. So it's like, I do 2 in 1 because I'm really cooking dinner and I'm like, let me get this content. And so that's why majority of the time, it's never really, I don't really experiment too much as far as desserts because I don't have time. Right. So it's like, since I'm actually cooking dinner, I'm gonna film it, but then I don't have time to go do dessert. But it's funny that you said that because I say that to say about a month ago, I bought vanilla wafers and then got busy, never ended up making it, but I bought them to make it. I was literally going to try it. And then, like I said, I got busy, so I never ended up making it. But now that you said it, I'm like, I'm going to run it back soon.
After tour, after
tour.
Gotta make some banana pudding.
I love banana pudding. Yeah, man. Had to start selling some plates.
You want to know how the food, I know they food be so good. When she was talking about all the good chefs, she did like this. Anybody do like this with the food?
Yeah.
No, that shit gonna be good.
Yeah.
She was like,
no.
This shit is good. Like,
I'm like,
up. anytime somebody do like this, the food fire is fucking.
Chef's kiss. Oh my gosh.
That's real.
Yes.
That's real.
Now, one thing we did notice, girl, you can season the hell out of some chicken. I seen you season that chicken. Now, what goes into that? Because everybody can't really be putting just do the season on the chicken, little this, little that. What goes into you actually being able to put your seasoning on food?
Again, it's just natural. It's just that splash. It's just me knowing. It's just I love my food to be just so seasoned and juicy, and especially my chicken. I don't like dry non-seasoned chicken. I like my chicken juicy, and that comes with the olive oil and the butter, and I'm not cooking for. It's so funny because yes, I'm in great shape, I work out, but I don't cook to stay small. I think it's all about, for me, portion control. I cook for that shit to taste good, you feel me?
Right.
And to have a happy tummy, a happy heart. And so I just know how to do it. Again, it was always in me, it was never on me.
I'm glad you brought that up because I was gonna ask you that, Jill. I'm like, let's be real. You in amazing shape, work out. You got a 10-pack in your abs.
10-pack.
You got a 10-pack. So I'm like, Jilly fit. She ain't. But she be throwing down like how I eat. So I'm like, damn, how the hell? What's the cheat code? She said portion control.
Right?
That's
it's portion control. Yeah,
that's my problem.
Definitely portion control. I had growing up, my family, my mom was really and it's to different folks, different strokes, different parents. But my mom was really big on when you're full, you do not have to eat everything. Some parents are like, clean that plate. You put all that on it.
Don't waste
You
no food in
gonna
my
eat it.
house.
Mom was
Throwing
like,
no
no,
food away.
like if she don't want the pizza, throw that shit away. It's fine. No, you're good. And I think that played such a huge part because now in my adult age, I don't overeat. I literally have some friends, and we were actually having this conversation, which is why it's funny that it was just brought up. We were having this conversation the other day. Her grandmother made her finish her plate every single time, whether there was a carrot on it that she put on and she shouldn't have. Her grandmother made her finish her plate all the time. So now in her adult age, she told me she overeats. She's like, I overeat. Even when I'm not hungry, I just eat. I eat. She was like, how do you not? And I was like, again, it just came from, being younger. Like when I'm full, I'm full. I'm not eating nothing else. And so like, I think it really does. It starts when you're super young. So for me, there's no cheat code. It's just, I'm blessed that my mom, started that off. I love my Peloton. I work out. There's no cheat code to it. You just gotta do it. Yeah.
Nah, that's that. Cause like I love working. Now I work out all the time. Bolo always jokes about me being, in lifting weights all the time. But the problem is what you just said, Jilly. I grew up that same way where whether it was my parents or my homie's parents, growing up not having much, I think played a little bit of a role of it. But it was like, nah, you got to finish everything on that damn plate. So now I grew with that same mindset, like I can't waste nothing. Like, you know what I mean? But it's like it's unhealthy though. Like
be full as hell. Be like, man, let me finish this burger, man. Damn.
See, I can't.
Let me go ahead and finish it, man.
That's me.
I love it, man. So I think it's time to get to our last segment. This is our doorbell segment. It's a fun game of our quick hitters where we'll have a couple of various quick games where we'll throw some random topics. You give your quick answer, on to the next. So the first one is just this or that. Very simple. Okay. We'll name two things. You pick one, on to the next. So better music, Houston or Atlanta?
Houston.
Beyonce or Rihanna?
Okay, you can't do that. Only because, look, I'm not going to be Stephen A. and talk about she ain't no Beyonce.
Right, they both cold.
That's what I'm saying. Like, at the end of the day, Beyonce is the greatest performer of all time. And, Rihanna, is undoubtedly one of the coldest businesswomen to ever touch the music game. You feel me? So it's like, I'm not going to say, I don't really think I can answer that one. I think I'm going to say both because they're both two strong-ass Black women who really dominated this shit.
Yeah, love it.
I love that. Love it. I love it for sure. Okay, singing or dancing?
Oh, that's hard too, because that plays a tangent in really I think the biggest part of my performance and my artistry that separates me is me being a performer, Yeah. So it's more to me like I always say like my artistry is not solidified until I can step on that stage. And that's why I'm so excited about this tour, because you get to finally see me in action. So I'm gonna have to. Can I do both with that too? Singing and dancing. I feel it.
Hey, y'all lucky we're not on Drink Champs, because when they do both on Drink Champs, you gotta take a shot. But we're gonna be nice. We're gonna be nice.
We ain't gonna do that. We're not gonna do that to you. Okay, last one for this one. Yep. High heels or sneakers?
Ooh. High heels, bad bitch.
Ooh. But you said you was a thud, though. So I'm like, the thud, she might pull out the J's.
Lace them up.
The mentality, the mentality is, baby, the outside bad bitch, okay? The mentality is, though, for sure.
I love it. Okay. So the next one is just, would you rather? So it's just kind of similar, but more of a scenario situation. So would you rather spend 2 years on a deserted island alone, but afterwards you get $1 billion? Or spend 1 year on a deserted island with your significant other, all expenses paid for, but you don't win anything after. You don't get no money. It's just a paid year trip. So that's the 2
1 year for sure. The 1 year. 1 year on a deserted island
by yourself.
Significant other for sure.
Oh, significant other. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because 2 years Yeah, no, forget that's stuff that's I feel like that's stuff that money can't buy. I would never choose like that option, just because you're gonna be miserable 2 years by yourself. I like what would you ever even do? So yeah, I choose the second one for sure.
That is a long time, Bolo. It's tough because like $1 billion is that's a B. It's a lot of money. But by yourself on the island, like no contact to you probably go crazy.
Yeah, no, you probably won't even make it the whole way through.
Yeah, that's real.
Okay,
and so I'm like this with my family, so yeah, I wouldn't do that.
I told you that too. Remember, he asked us that a couple episodes ago when our wives was on the porch, and I'm like,
Hold on. What did you really say though? Keep it real.
I backtracked though. I did backtrack a little bit though, because I'm like, if you got FaceTimes or whatever, you make it happen. Come back to that bread. But still, I miss my family though. I pick my family first.
Yeah,
we'll get that. That bread gonna be there. You know what I mean? So one more. With would you rather go a year without music or a year without cooking food?
Ooh,
damn, that's tough.
I'm gonna go a year without cooking food because I can't stop making music and stop the career. We can do a chef for a whole year. We can, take time off, focus on the craft, but let's do a whole year without cooking because got to keep the career going.
Easy.
I love it. I love that, man. Nah, that was beautiful, man. So this is the last question. Fill in the blank. In 5 years, Jilly will be blank.
In 5 years, Jilly will be the greatest of all time.
That's what I wanted to hear. That's how you end the show.
That's it.
That's how you end the show, Bolo.
That's it.
Good energy, manifestation. I love it, Jilly, man. This has honestly been an honor having you on the show.
No, thank you, guys. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Yes. Can you tell people where they can find you on social? Anything you want to promote?
Absolutely.
This is your time to just kind of shine.
Well, first and foremost, come see me on tour. Tour kicks off February 25th. This Saturday ends April 8th, 9th, one of those days. Basically, it's going on for a month and a half. Come pull up, 24 different cities. You can't miss it. Find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, everything at Jilly Anais. That's JILLYANAIS. Also, my website is iamjilly.com. It's a one-stop shop. My cookbook's there. All my social media, my merch, my perfume line, and all updates on Jilly. Everything's there.
Come on,
love
now,
it,
y'all.
love it.
You heard what she said. Make sure y'all support and check out the latest EP, Copy and Paste, because she got some
and my
songs
latest EP. You better plug it in. My latest EP, Copy and Paste. You better go stream it, go run it up. The videos on YouTube, go run up everything. Okay, go have a Jilly fest.
We doing it. Hey, we getting perfume. We getting the cookbook, the lookbook. We listen to Copy and Paste. We going to tour. What else we got to do? We doing something else. I know I'm missing something.
Hey, if you don't like cooking, there's perfume. If you don't like perfume, there's music. Hey, you got something you gonna
it's
like.
A lane. It's a lane for you. Everybody got their own lane. It's a lane for you. And she happens to have 8 or 9 of them. So look,
come on now.
Pick one. You know what I mean? This is the Porch Podcast. Thank you so much, Jilly, for pulling up, dropping gems, dropping game. If you didn't walk away with nothing from this episode, you're losing. But please, please, please be sure to pull up to a city. She's coming to a city near you. We are on all your listening platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, you name it. It's no excuses to show us love, show Jilly love. The biggest thing that I learned, hey, just because you're patient, look, check this out. Just because you're patient, that don't mean sit on your ass. All right. You still got to keep grinding and go ahead and get through that door. You can work when nobody's watching.
Yes,
come on now. Keep going. Keep getting it, man. This is the Porch Podcast. And you always know how we finish the show. Just make sure the best you
is the best you. And we out. Peace.
Started on the porch. That was where it all began. Had to put in work. Every day we got it in. Chased all our dreams and now they can't believe it. We make it look easy, we achieving everything we needed. Now we undefeated. If we link, no, it's only business. If we get to speak and leave them speechless. I did things for free, but now it costs to see me. When you see me, you ain't gotta greet me. Just don't plot to sneak me. I'ma see it, I'ma stop and watch you lose and get defeated. What do we bleed? Came from the jungle, we humble but hungry and hunting to feed. People don't want us to leave. They love us and rush to the bus when we run in the streets. Thinking we stunning the sea. We came from nothing to something, now up in the lead. Now we ain't coming in peace. Hunting for blood and to crush everyone in the league. We got a reason. We put in work every day of the week, every month, every season. So many schemes, had to go hard for the team. We gave our all and succeeded. Came from the deep end. Warming up pots, cooking ramen at times, that was all we was eating. Now we be feasting. 5-star restaurants every week. Whole team dripped in cloth and it's seamless. They looking hard when we step on the scene. Call us outcasts, we so fresh and so clean. Ain't about cash, please don't ask for a meeting. Just hit the stoop out the spaz on the beat. Nah, it ain't rude if you ask for the feet. Just play it cool when I tax you the fee. We need a pool in the back with a cord and a board that gon' jump off and splash for the heat. Live for the day cause the past can determine the future or where you gon' actually be. Keep staying present, our presence a blessing. It's all that we have and we actually need. I'm taking action with passion, detaching the ones who keep acting attached to leech. I am no pastor but actually preaching. Look up these lyrics and actually read. That was where it all began. Had to put in work, every day we got it in. We chased all our dreams and now they can't believe it. We make it look easy, we achieving everything we needed. Now we undefeated. If we link, no, it's only business. If we get to speak and leave them speechless, I did